Most Canadians think they understand their TFSA. But the truth is, a lot of people are using it completely wrong. And the worst part is, most of these mistakes do not feel dangerous at first. They seem small. They seem harmless. But over time, they can quietly cost you thousands of dollars. Sometimes a lot more than that. And if you are in Canada trying to build real wealth, that matters. Because the TFSA is one of the best financial tools you have. But only if you use it the right way. So in this video, I want to walk you through the 5 biggest TFSA mistakes most Canadians make. And more importantly, how to avoid them. Because if you fix these mistakes early, you give yourself a huge financial advantage. Let's start with the first one. A lot of people think a TFSA is just a savings account. That is one of the biggest misunderstandings in Canadian finance. Yes, you can keep cash inside it. But if that is all you're doing, then you are not really using its full power. Because the real strength of a TFSA is not just saving money, it is growing money. Tax-free. That is what makes it so valuable. If your money grows inside the account, you do not pay tax on that growth. That is a big deal. But if your money is just sitting there doing nothing, then you are wasting one of the biggest advantages the account gives you. Now let's talk about mistake number 2. A lot of Canadians contribute to their TFSA without actually knowing how much room they have. They guess, they estimate, or they assume they still have space. And then later, they find out they went over the limit. That can lead to penalties. And that is one of those mistakes people only take seriously after it happens to them. So before you move money into your TFSA, always know your contribution room. That one habit alone can save you a lot of trouble. Now here's the third mistake. And this one is a silent killer. A lot of people wait too long to start. They tell themselves they will do it later. They say they will begin when they make more money, or when life feels more stable, or when they finally understand investing. But later becomes next year. Then next year becomes 5 years. And before you know it, a lot of time is gone. And in finance, time matters more than most people realize. Because the biggest advantage in investing is not just how much money you put in, it is how early you start. Even small amounts can become powerful if they have enough time to grow. But if you keep waiting, you are not just losing today. You are losing future growth. That is why starting late is so expensive. Now let's talk about mistake number 4. A lot of people open a TFSA, but they do not actually have a plan for it. They add money randomly, take money out randomly, move things around random. There is no structure. There is no real goal. And when there is no plan, there is usually no progress. Your TFSA should have a purpose. Maybe it is for long-term investing. Maybe it is part of your wealth-building strategy. Maybe it is there to give you future flexibility. But if you do not know why you are using it, then chances are you are not using it well. And now we get to the fifth mistake. This one keeps a lot of people stuck for years. They overcomplicate everything. They think they need to become experts before they begin. They think they need to understand every stock, every ETF, every investing term, and every strategy before they can make a move. But that mindset actually keeps people frozen. Because the truth is, you do not need a perfect strategy to start building wealth. You need a simple one. A lot of people stay financially behind, not because they are bad with money, but because they keep waiting for the perfect moments, the perfect plan, the perfect setup. And most of the time, that perfect moment never comes. The people who usually win are not always the smartest. They are just the most consistent. And that matters more than most people think. Now, let's be honest. Life in Canada is expensive right now. Rent is high. Food is high. Everything feels more expensive than it used to. So if you feel like you cannot do much right now, that is okay. Start smaller than you think you need to. Because building wealth is not about looking impressive. It is about building habits that actually last. Even small consistency beats big motivation that disappears after 2 weeks. And that is why the TFSA matters so much. Because when used properly, it gives ordinary people a real chance to build something meaningful over time. Not overnight, not instantly, but realistically. And that is what most people actually need. So if you already have a TFSA, take a step back and ask yourself one simple question. Am I really using this account properly? Or am I just hoping it works on its own? Because once you fix the common mistakes, everything starts to look different. And if you have not started yet, that is okay too. Just do not wait forever. Because time is one of the few things you cannot get back. And in finance, that matters more than almost anything else. And if you have not started yet, that is okay too. Just do not wait forever. Because time is one of the few things you cannot get back. And in finance, that matters more than almost anything else.